Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. WrestleMania703 here on the Slamdown Talk WC channel, back again with another video. And yes, guys, finally it is here, my first pay-per-view review of the WWE. And I'm really excited to do this. I'm sorry it's a bit late of a video, but I had to get the video out today. And I know I'm recording the video at like, what, 10 o'clock at night? Is it about that? Let's just check the time. It's 20 past 10, but, you know, whatever. 20 minutes off, whatever. So, WWE Hell in a Cell. Overall, an amazing, outstanding pay-per-view, in my opinion. Some of the matches particularly were a little bit up and down in their moments. But, you know, overall, it was a good standard of a pay-per-view. And it was really, really, really entertaining. So, I've got my tablet right here, of Bleacher Report. I'm reading, just a quick reviews. I did watch Hell in a Cell live, but, obviously, not, well, from my tablet, you know, you can stream it live, and yeah. So, we're going to start off with a pre-show. The original match for the pre-show was meant to be Curtis Axel versus Kofi Kingston. However, Axel suffered a hip injury, so therefore, it was Damien Sandow to be Kofi Kingston. To verse Kofi Kingston. Before the match, Sandow called John Cena a false idol, meaning he's going to keep a close eye on Cena during his match, because if he won, if Cena did win, then he would be cashing in his money in the bank, maybe. So the two started off in the ring by a major climb, like throwing punches at each other. That woo and ah thing. Sandow began by stomping Kingston in the corner, and then obviously Kingston came out on top with some speed, agility, knocked Sandow out. And there was one moment where Kingston dodged one of Sandow's clotheslines, jumped off the back of the rope of the turnbuckle, and hit him with Trouble in Paradise, which was amazing. But unfortunately, Sandow kicked out, which gave Sandow the advantage to turn into a full Nelson Slam and win the match via pinfall. It was the grade that Bleacher Report gave it was a B, but in my opinion, I would give it a C. And the overall analysis, without any story leading onto it, Sandow and Kingston put on a solid match. I mean, literally, there was no feud, no storyline. Straight up good match. Really, really well done to that. And I think it was a really, really good start to the pay-per-view. So, and now we're going to move on to the Tag Team Triple Threat Championship match between the Usos, The Shield, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes and Goldust. Now, seemingly holding back, the tone changed once Reigns and Rollins entered the fray, because Reigns pulled Goldust's face and Rollins mocked his face painted foe, calling him an old man. So that started off with a bit of personal things there. And then the Shield punished the Goldust, literally wailed on him completely, suplexes, power bombs, you name it, spear from the barricade. Rhodes went on a flurry and seemingly close to putting Rollins away, when the Usos forced their way into a gear down onto the Shield. And the pace of the match quickened. Victory seemed in everyone's grip at one point, but the Rhodes brothers teamed up to get a pin on Rollins, which means that the Rhodes brothers pins Rollins after the Cross Rhodes, which was really, 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 really good. And Bleacher Report giving that an A minus. For the match that I've seen, I'll give it an A. Literally, it was amazing. And yeah, so that's that match. So now we're going to move on to the next match of the night, which was the Miz. Well, it's not a match. It was a Miz promo. And basically, what he did, he sort of went into the ring and said, "The Eaters of Worlds." He started saying some crap like that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, out of nowhere, the Big Red Machine himself, Kane, the Big Red Monster, the Brother of Destruction, the phenomenal that is Kane, returned and completely punished the Miz by almost putting him through the mat with a devastating chokeslam. So that was a very surprising thing. I was not expecting that at all. I searched online for some rumours, but they didn't have any rumours about Kane returning anyway. And And then we have Fandango versus the Great Khali. So, and Summer Rae, sorry. The Great Khali, the Great Khali and Natalia. Yeah, Great Khali and Natalia. Was it that? Yeah, it was. Okay. And the Divas attacked each other aggressively and traded some solid technical wrestling sequences. You know, suplex and a rolling pin, you know, a bit of a hurricane run, all stuff like that. It was amazing. A few drop kicks, which kind of knocked Summer Rae out. And then, obviously, after Summer got up, gave her the advantage and pinned Natalia for the win. The match that they've given them is a C-, but I've given it a D, in my opinion, because it didn't really meet my top standard. It was okay, but not the best. But yeah, so that was that match. Now we're going to move on to one of the most anticipated matches of the pay-per-view itself. And despite the name of it is Dean Ambrose versus Big E Langston for the United States Championship. Really, really, really great match here, ladies and gentlemen. Before the match began, though, Dean Ambrose was starting to taunt, you know, Big E before slapping him in the face, which was a really, really, really heel thing to do. But, you know, Langston went off on an offensive run, rattling the ring with power moves. With, you know, massive power slams, vertical suplexes, T-bow suplexes, exploder suplexes, freaking clotheslines, you name it, leg sweeps. No, not leg sweeps, but like freaking massive moves. Getting tossed to the outside by Big E was Ambrose, limping from a pained left knee. But the champion regained the advantage after slamming Langston into the ring apron. The two foes cracked heads and Langston suffered a cut under his eye, and that bled it all over Ambrose. It was Ambrose, though, who pulled off a Roberto Duran and called it quits mid-match. He allowed himself to be counted out as he stumbled around the ring, which means that the title was then retained by Ambrose. So yeah, so they've given that a B+. I would personally give it an A. It was outstanding, really, really good moments in there. Now we're going to move on to the next match. Well, despite the name Hell in a Cell, we are actually going to go on to some Hell in a Cell action now. CM Punk versus Paul Heyman. Now, how many doing for time on this video? I've got to speed the video up now. So, I'll see you guys in the next part. We're going to move on to CM Punk versus Paul Heyman and right back in Hell in a Cell.